We've been looking at the fact that you can look at a chemical reaction and predict how much product is going to be formed. We then looked at the fact that you can run a chemical reaction and actually measure how much heat energy is given off, and then you can correlate the amount of heat energy given off with the amount of reactant that you're reacting. And we found that there's different types of fuels, and different types of fuels give off different amounts of energy per mole or per gram of the fuel being combusted. Now we're going to look at and answer the question, is the energy content of all fuels the same moving forward here? First of all, let's just recognize that these are important questions. That is, understanding fossil fuels and what's the best fossil fuel to use to get the most energy out. All the while, you need to recognize that the energy that we get from the fossil fuels is heat energy, and that oftentimes needs to be converted into a different type of energy, mechanical or mechanical to electrical, so we can get some useful work out of that heat energy. And every time we transfer from one type of energy to the other, we lose a little bit of energy in the form of wasted energy or just heat to the surroundings. And so from there we have efficiency issues. So it's important to understand the need and understand what the issues are around the need. So first of all, this dependence on energy for modern society is not going to go away. You can see the history of how our energy needs have increased over time. And even you can read in the book, extrapolate all the way back to thousands of years ago. People only needed 2,000 joules or calories a day, and now we're up to exajoules needs for whole economies. So it's just the energy needs just continue to increase, and you can see that the emerging economies are going to catch up and surpass the mature economy, and we would be considered a mature economy, that is the Western world. Whereas these emerging economies, because they have more people, their populations are higher, they're going to need even more. So this dependence on energy is not going away. Also, we want to understand a little bit of the issue, about the energy needs, and that is, are they renewable? And if you look back, the main fuel that was used back, this is in the United States, by the way, this is in the U.S., this is the U.S. Where we get our energy from. Well, in the 1800s it was from wood, and then in the late 1800s, as our energy needs increased, the major source was coal in the early 1900s, and now you'll see that the coal has been surpassed by petroleum. So petroleum is our major source of energy right now, and those needs continue to go up. And you'll see natural gas is above coal, but coal is still up there as well. And then down here is nuclear power, and then even lower than that is hydroelectric power. And of all these sources, the only one that we consider to be renewable is hydroelectric power. Everything else is a source that once it's used, it's depleted, and that particular fuel is no longer available to be used. So you can kind of see that, and as you know, our petroleum supplies are not endless, our coal supplies, our natural gas supplies aren't endless. So if we continue using, eventually we will run out, and we're going to be forced to use renewable. And at this point in time, our renewable sources are just such a small percentage of our overall energy consumption that something's got to change in a big way relatively soon.